Hi everyone, happy Thursday to you. I'm Donna, the accounting lady. Today, I forgot to take that out of the way. Today I want to talk a little bit about negativity, actually, all the negativity we see on social media. So before I really get into this, if you find these videos useful or entertaining, or you're getting anything out of them in any way, please like, share, or subscribe. And like these videos. That lets me know that you like what I'm saying so I can do more of them. Um, so this is kind of triggered by, I've been watching a lot of videos on how to get up at 5 in the morning. That's been a habit that I'm working on developing because I like to sleep. I really like to sleep. It's one of my very favorite things to do. And I like to sleep in as late as possible. I have always thought of myself as someone that had to have 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours of sleep a day to get to be productive. I'm finding that's not as true as I thought it was. I can be very productive on 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and I'm actually capable of going to bed early. Who knew? But I was reading the comment thread, and I always kind of cringe when I open the comment thread on anything these days because of all the negativity and hatred. I mean, it's not just this doesn't work for me, it's hatred. And not only do they say, oh, it doesn't work for me, not only, but it shouldn't work for anybody else is the underlying thing. I see this a lot in the productivity videos. I see it a lot in anything that's diet related. Oh, one of the ads that keeps popping up for me on Facebook is for MentorBox, and they are not sponsoring this video. I have nothing to do with them, but they one of their tags is that your average CEO reads 60 books a year. And if you think about that, that's just over a book a week. That's not a lot of reading. A lot of the business books are not very thick books. We're not talking War and Peace here. We are not talking Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky. Okay, we're not talking books this thick, that are difficult to read. And I've read those books, so I know what I'm talking about. But the average CEO really does read, at least 60 books a year. And I look in the comment thread, and there's all of these people who I've never heard of. I click on their profiles, and they are nobodies. And they say, well, that's just not true. The average CEO doesn't have that much time. And I just was, well, one, whether you like him or not, okay, George W. Bush reads 100 or more books a year as the President of the United States. If he could do it, just about anybody can. I read 100 to 150 books a year on average, in addition to working full-time, making my videos, being a single mom, and going to college. On top of everything else that I do, I have time to read 150 books a year. It helps that I read fast. And it helps that some of those books are books that I'm reading just for pleasure. I have been reading fluently since I was 3. And I've kind of kept it up. I've read all kinds of genres. I've read everything that there is to read, basically. People have asked me, what do you like to read? And the answer is essentially words in a row, but not Westerns. Yeah, I don't like Louis L'Amour. My dad likes Louis L'Amour. I don't care much for him. So I read a wide-ranging, a lot of fiction. I read a lot of business books. I read a lot of self-help books. I read a lot of actually even peer-reviewed journals just for pleasure. And all of this is for myself. This is not anyone else telling me to do it. I was the kid in high school that when we were assigned The Hobbit, everybody else read exactly what we were supposed to read. And we showed up for the first day of class discussion. I think I was a sophomore. Showed up for the first day of class discussion. I had Mr. Toy for that class. And he says, did anyone read the book? And I said, I read The Hobbit, and I read all 3 of the Lord of the Rings books too. Okay, because I just love to read. I come from a family of readers. My mother doesn't read as much, but she does enjoy it. My dad is in the Century Club as well. and always has been. I've always, if I think of my dad, my mom says the house could burn down, and my dad and I would complain that we couldn't see our books. So now I have mine on a tablet, so I don't think I would even notice. So it just flabbergasted me. These people who are obviously not CEOs themselves are criticizing someone who says CEOs, yes, they read 60 books a year. They read a lot. They squeeze this in the little bit of time that they do have. They do this because it's important to stay on top of your field. And so the point of this video is not, how much I read, although I am a voracious reader. It is this thing that I've noticed across social media, that you can't just disagree. It's not enough to say, well, that's great for them, and I hope to get to that point, or that would be a great habit to have, but I'm not that kind of person. Or, yeah, it's great to get up at 5 in the morning. It really is. I'm surprised at how nice it is to watch the sunrise. But not everybody are larks. Not everybody is a morning person. Some people really are at their best late at night. Now, those people are rare, that to naturally be like night owls. A lot of them think that they are because of the artificial lighting we have today. But if you get up at 10 and you can go till 2 or 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, then great. Do what works for you. But a lot of people want to learn how to be morning people, and there's no point in crushing those people with hateful comments. It doesn't do anybody any good. It doesn't do anybody any good. I have gotten to the point that I feel like I'm taking a huge risk just putting myself out there on social media because of the hate. So, and that's never a good thing. So I guess I'm issuing a challenge, okay? When you see someone who's saying something that you disagree with respect. You don't have to agree with them. You don't have to agree with them. I'm just floored at this intensely polarized world that we're living in today, where I'm even worried about bringing up a former president because someone's going to get mad. Everybody is so offended all of the time. So let it go. Let it go. Just breathe. If it doesn't affect you, you don't have to say anything. It's just a thought. So that's really all. This has been kind of simmering in my mind since Monday, so I've just really wanted to just mention this. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all, as Thumper's father said. And if you do disagree, you can disagree kindly and politely and nicely and not be mean. So that's it for today, and I will talk to you again soon.